Good morning. It's Monday, June 23rd, and there's no other way to say it except that the U.S. is at war. The United States attacked 3 Iranian nuclear sites at Fordo and Natanz and Esfahan. And we're not kidding around this time. We sent in our best bombers and everything, and we really bombed the crap out of that place. And President Trump said in his speech last night, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. I think he might be talking too soon about something like that, because I understand much of that was underground. But in any event, it was a major strike, and is definitely the start of a war. So AIPAC has issued the following statement. President Trump has taken historic and decisive action against the Iranian nuclear program, which has been a long-time threat to the security of the United States and of the world. This justified action was taken as Iran was on the verge of acquiring a nuclear weapon, and after the Iranian regime rejected President Trump's repeated diplomatic effort to peacefully resolve the crisis. The International Atomic Energy Association determined that Iran was materially violating the non-proliferation obligation. So we commend our heroic American troops who carried out this magnificent operation. And I say that's not written down anywhere. Magnificent is my word. Now, I have often not agreed with President Trump, and I think many times he's way off base. But not this time. President Trump's principled decision to dismantle the Iranian nuclear program with strikes at Fordo and Natanz and Esfahan is profoundly in America's interest. Iran is responsible for countless deaths of Americans, and a regime that threatens death to America every other day out of its mouth. It must not have a nuclear weapon. A nuclear-armed Iran would pose a grave danger to the U.S. forces across the region, and it would trigger a nuclear arms race and pose an existential threat to our most reliable ally, Israel. And they are absolutely right. Iran and many of those countries in that region cannot ever get nuclear weapons, because once they had that, Israel would be on the brink of disaster, because for whatever reason, they are not liked in that part of the world. So for decades, Democrats and Republicans in Congress have led the charge to ensure that Iran can never acquire a nuclear weapon. We express our deep appreciation through the the scores of senators and representatives who worked across the aisle to provide Israel with critical security assistance and to impose strong economic and diplomatic pressure on the regime. These bipartisan initiatives made stopping Iran's quest for a bomb a consensus issue in America. And that's what the president has pointed at. America must now work with our allies to protect our troops and the regional interests against Iranian attack. We urge bipartisan support for this action by American troops and continued support for the Israeli ally. And those are the words that have come out. That is the feeling of many in our government. We have moved past the point of looking the other way. And I believe that Donald tried his best to get some kind of peaceful solution. But I know deep down in my heart that Iran hated Israel. And Iran was prepared to do everything they can to destroy that tiny nation. So I stand with Trump. I stand with Israel now. And I say to the rest of the world, we have to stand for democracy. And so Iran is taking a beating, a well-deserved beating. And let us hope that that puts an end to the situation and we can move on peacefully. But I think that the hatred runs deep in that region. And I am not so sure even this display of U.S. power will put a stop to the hatred. So I leave you with that this morning. A terrible situation that won't end easily. Have a great day if you can. Take care. Thank you.